Just this morning, our state Supreme Court issued a ruling saying Marquette University improperly suspended controversial professor John McAdams. You just got off the phone with him. What's the update?
Well, obviously he feels vindicated by this. It's interesting. The case has been portrayed by one side as a work issue, like a work employment law issue, the other side as a academic freedom issue. The court came down on the academic freedom side issue of this. It also basically said the circuit court was wrong to defer the arbitration process against that, found that McAdams should be suspended because in the court's view, the majority's view, it was a flawed process with a biased participant. What's interesting is Marquette says that if McAdams, and this whole thing began because there's a philosophy teacher,
instructor, yes, professor,
who had a class and essentially said that gay rights were, basically settled.
The gay rights issue has been settled, ergo this class is not going to debate it. A student came up after class and said, excuse me, I think we should debate it. And she suggested that the student drop the class.
She wasn't going to tolerate racist, sexist, or homophobic comments in the class, and that's whether we're going to get into it. McAdams wrote about it, linked to something about her. The university said if he had just written the blog without kind of identifying this instructor, I think he was a doctoral student, identifying her and linking to her content information, which then led to these threatening messages that she received,
yes,
this never would have happened, that he would have been fine.
Right.
McAdams says that's a lie. He didn't link to her information. It's kind of for others. But again, the university wants this to be an employment law thing. And for conservatives, this is a huge win for academic freedom.
Also, this had been watched nationally, so we're going to see this show up in some of the national news organizations. And the court, as you said, came down very strongly on the right of a professor of free speech.
Rewind, Your Week in Review is sponsored by the Transportation Development Association of Wisconsin. Sharing one goal, enhancing the quality of life in Wisconsin through the development and maintenance of a strong transportation network. The Transportation Development Association of Wisconsin. It's how we get there.